welcome to Movie Obscura with Adrian and Kelly. I'm Adrian.
And I'm Kelly.
This week we are doing a Star Wars special edition.
No! Not special edition. This is just a special. I don't even like that word. Screw special. It's a podcast about how crappy.
This week we are looking at the differences between Star Wars theatrical releases, the original trilogy, and the Star Wars re-release that had the special scenes, deleted scenes.
Screw the deleted scenes. All the goofy computer animated crap that he threw in there just so people would buy the damn movie again on a different medium.
For all of you Star Wars fans out there, as you know, May 4th is known now as Star Wars Day.
Happy May the 4th.
May the 4th be with you, and May the 4th. So we decided that we are going to examine and debate on why I think
basically, I'm going to tell Adrian why I'm right and he's wrong about liking that crap.
Now, Kelly was a big fan of the original theatrical releases of the original
That's how I watched it as a kid, was on the VHS, the originals.
And unfortunately, because George Lucas sold his rights to Disney, you cannot find the theatrical releases, the original theatrical releases, on Blu-ray or DVD.
They're only available on the VHS, so you cannot get them without all the crap that he
since
added.
nobody has VCRs anymore or sells VCRs, you will not be able to watch them.
We have three VCRs in this house.
Well, yeah, okay, but the problem is
because I can't get my wife and kid moved into the year 2000.
Okay, but the problem is not many people have VHS movies or VCRs anymore, so no one in this next generation is going to be actually watch what was originally put out there in theaters.
Right. They're going to have to see what abortion George Lucas turned these movies into.
And they should be so lucky because the special editions were so much better. Let's start with the first one, A New Hope, Episode 4. This one had the most new deleted scenes in there, and I thought it was great.
Yeah, okay, so it added a little bit to the storyline. Great. Look, it's Jabba and Han talking.
You did not
my God.
You did not get Jabba the Hutt in the very first theatrical release of New Hope. You didn't know who he was until Episode 6, but he keeps getting talked about in those prior episodes.
Who cares? He's not even a major player throughout the entire frickin' movies. He hired Boba Fett to get frickin' Han to put him in carbonite so that he could have him as a wall ornament.
Now, wait.
That's all you needed to know about Jabba. Jabba was nobody.
Wait a minute. Now you're not even right.
God, my head hurts.
The only reason why he was in carbonite is because they were testing it on Luke Skywalker.
Oh, whatever. Anyway, you look at it, he was still encased in carbonite and brought to.
We are jumping
by the frick. Oh, I don't care. I'm angry.
We are jumping the gun here. Let's go back.
We'll go back.
Let's go back to the first scenes of Star Wars. A New Hope, Episode 4. The first scene,
no, seriously, my head hurts.
The first deleted scene that you see is, I'm gonna say about a half hour into the show, where you have the Star Troopers in the desert looking for these droids.
I ain't found shit.
Great Spaceballs intro in there. But okay, now, so they're on these animals. Star Troop now in the
original, you don't have all this goofy stuff. And why? Why do you have to put it in? What does it add to the frickin' movie? Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
I liked it because of the fact that you could see it was when they were going through.
But it adds nothing to it. It doesn't even look right on. They added a digital to an analog. I mean, that doesn't work very well. I don't think it looks good.
Okay, but you have to realize the films were remastered.
How long are we going to do this one? Because my head is throbbing.
Take some Advil. Be a man. May the Force be with you, Kelly.
All right.
So you have in the first one, they're in, I believe, was it Tatooine?
Yes.
They're in the market or the downtown
whatever that.
They've got these huge animals crossing the streets
above
the
once
hovercraft.
Again, it's just so. Why do you need to add it? It just takes me out of the movie every time I see these. I can't enjoy it. It gives me a headache too.
Okay, what about when they're in the bar? when they have more of the characters that you see, that you don't see in the original one.
What does it matter? Why do you have to have all this crap?
Because it's just cool looking. Look, Hammerhead even gets a cameo in there.
It was cool looking back when they originally did it.
No. You got the stormtroopers and animals. Okay, that could have been taken out.
There was no reason for that. There's no reason to add any of this crap to it.
Why not?
Why do you have to add it? It doesn't add anything to the movies.
Because
it takes me out of the movies.
Because they had the technology to do it. They didn't have the technology back then.
The movies looked way advanced for their time when they made them.
And they just made them that much better.
Bullshit! They didn't do that. They just threw things in. The only reason they added this crap to them is because nobody would buy the same damn films on VHS, DVD, and Blu-ray. So you got to add something special. I get that.
Oh, so now you just think it's a money ploy?
It is. That's all that guy cares about anymore is money. Why else would he sell the rights to the dang movie?
Because he's done with Star Wars. He said he's not doing any more Star Wars after he makes episode 1, 2, and 3.
So I'm going to just sell it to Disney for $40 billion.
Well, you know what? He made it. I don't like it either. I don't like it either.
Wait.
Anybody
Shh.
Anybody that goes to Disney World and Disneyland
I'll take that back.
Who are trying to get their picture taken with Winnie Pooh.
He will not let me talk, ladies and gentlemen.
Are going to be now scared out of their wits.
This is how he wins all his fights.
They're going to be scared of their wits because Darth Vader's running around the animal kingdom trying to slice the tiger's heads off with lightsabers.
There's commercials out with frickin' Darth Vader in them already for Disneyland.
I know, because he's out there now.
Oh, my God.
But, okay,
Rape my childhood, Lucas. And Disneyland. I don't care. That's fine. You screwed me with Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Now you're screwing me with Star Wars.
Talking like a true Trekkie. Okay, let's go back. Wrath of Khan was great. Let's just go. But no, okay, so now we go to the part where you really have a problem with the hangar, where we see Jabba the Hutt and Han Solo.
It's not that I have such a problem with it. I mean, they never make eye contact.
No, I think they do. I'm almost positive they do. I'm really almost positive they do.
No. Okay.
I think they
Maybe
do.
they do.
I think they do.
But when you look at it, it doesn't look right. It would have been better if Jabba was just that big blob of foam and rubber being operated by 8 dudes. It would have been better that way. I like that.
I think though I think they needed that scene in there because, like I said, you hear about him in episode 4 and episode 5 before you actually see him.
Yes, but he's
not.
That is
the only reason why.
But he's not a major player.
But he has to be because that's the only reason why Han Solo was going to help these guys in the first place because he had to pay a debt off. Well, if you don't know who Jabba the Hutt is, you don't know what he looks like, how the heck are you going to keep following with Han Solo's storyline?
Because he said so.
Big deal. You got to know who he is.
No, you don't.
You have to know who he is.
You know who he is. He's basically freaking Tony Soprano.
Bro, he's a mobster, yes, pretty much.
You know?
He's a
That's all you need to know.
He's a slimy mobster, but he's a mobster.
No, you're getting Pizza the Hutt confused with Jabba the Hutt.
Pizza the Hutt. and his sidekick, puke.
Okay. Oh, you taste good, boss.
Okay, now let me. Why don't you like that scene? I did. I enjoyed that scene tremendously.
Because once again, it doesn't look right to me. How the CGI and then the remastered film, it just does not jive together. I don't think it looks right.
I really can't tell the difference.
I mean, it's almost like watching that crappy Garfield movie with the CGI Garfield.
Okay, you have a point there.
It's almost like that to me.
Okay, well, look. Okay,
I don't like CGI with my CGI characters like.
Okay, but now, let's. I think those are the only scenes that are in episode 4 that are new, though. I don't think there's anyone later in the film.
I don't believe so. They may have cleaned up some of the special effects, like laser blasts and whatnot.
But I don't think there's any
lightsabers got cleaned up. Those actually they look a lot better in the new editions.
Now,
notice how I did not call them special editions. They're just new editions.
Oh boy. Now, we can go to Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back, which in my opinion is the best film that was in the entire Star Wars franchise.
What? You don't like the Phantom Menace?
Oh gosh, they could have just done.
See, there's a Star Wars movie you don't like.
I don't like that. I don't like any of the episode 1, 2, or 3. To be honest with you.
And why is that? Could it be because they're prequels?
I hate prequels. Everybody knows. If you guys have listened to us long enough, you know I hate prequels, and that was terrible. Anyway, I think the only one in episode 5 is the Abominable Snowman.
Oh,
when you actually see him walk up instead of just his arm
flying through. Yeah.
I think that you actually see him. I don't think you see him in the.
I think you're right. I think that's it.
I think that's the only scene in episode 5, and I was dumb enough to go to the theater to see it.
Really?
Yeah. I think that's the only scene in there.
I think you're right.
I think they did clean up, but they did clean up when you saw the Emperor for the first time in the original trilogy.
Yeah.
And I think they cleaned that up a little bit.
Okay.
But I think that's the only thing they did in episode 5.
All right, now let's get on to...
But how could you ruin a masterpiece? You couldn't put any more in there. It was that good.
And to be honest, yeah, you're right. I mean, it is the best Star Wars.
Oh, absolutely. Now we go to episode 6.
Which is... the
Return of the Jedi. And that one, I'm going to have to... This is the only time I'm going to agree with Kelly.
Ever.
The only... Well, in this particular episode, yes. The only thing I did not like was Jabba the Hutt's palace, where they were doing that singing with the big lips come out to the middle of the screen.
Oh, the new band and everything.
Yeah, that one... Okay, that one was... That did take away that really offset paced the movie, I thought.
It did. There was a lot of scenes in there. Okay. Now... We're going to throw this out to the audience because I'm lazy. I don't want to prove it by trying to find this scene on the internet or fast-forwarding it on the Roku to show Adrian. But I am almost positive, or I could quite possibly getting this confused with the Family Guy version. But there's an outside exterior shot of Jabba's palace. There's a little critter lizard thing sitting on a frickin' ground, and a fly or something flies by. I swear to God, that's a CGI critter that was put into the new editions that was not in the original.
That is where he is wrong, and I will tell you why.
The damn thing burps. How ridiculous and how unnecessary.
Okay, I did see that. It was in now it's this little frog thing, and he eats it, goes brrr.
It's right a long shot.
Right outside the palace. It is in the original because I remember seeing it. I did buy the VHS tapes.
That's right. See, I don't remember that scene being in there.
When they came out with the VHS tapes, I was a big fan of Star Wars. They said this would be the last time you could buy it, theatrical version, and they were right. Watched them, and I remember that frog. And the only reason why I remember that frog eating that thing is because I laughed hysterically because it was unexpected. You did not think that was going to happen.
It was unnecessary, not unexpected, just unnecessary.
It may have been unnecessary, but it was still funny.
Anyway, so we're gonna just bypass that little subject since maybe I'm wrong.
All you viewers,
I might be wrong the whole way.
All you listeners,
I would invite everyone that listens to this special podcast to go to our Twitter site, and we're basically our Twitter handle is at Movie Obscura on Twitter, and I would like to get the listeners' opinions on basically a poll. Who thinks the theatrical releases were better, and who agrees with me when on the side of being right that the special editions are better.
And then of course you can agree with me because I'm right on the special editions were much better than the theatrical releases.
No. Anyway,
and I want you guys to put a poll. I want you to tell me if that bullfrog was on the original, because I'm almost
because we're too lazy to walk from my kitchen to the living room, turn the movie on, and fast forward to it.
But you don't have the theatrical release. You wouldn't know.
Oh, some bitch, you're right.
How
could we do that?
Well, you know what? We're gonna. Before we continue, I'm just gonna go on here. I'm gonna ask that question right here on the internet. And
oh my God! It's a live Googling.
It's a live Googling of what we're, and then also I do the different scene where when the Death Star blows up, They have, instead of it just being a little blast, it's a nuclear. It looks like a nuclear blast.
Explosion.
You gotta say that looked better.
Yeah, well, like I said, I don't mind the cleaning up and the revamping of the special effects, the laser blasts, the explosions, all that. I thought that, yeah, okay, it's great. It is what's expected nowadays as far as movies go.
Right.
Big balls of fire. But all the other added crap, like the stormtroopers on Critters and A New Hope, all this stuff, I don't see the purpose.
I would have to say I didn't like the animals, the stormtroopers.
How about the end of Return? Or what's his name? Luke's father.
Well, that was after the original trilogy, where the prequels were when they put Hayden Christensen in there.
Yeah, but those were special edition add-ons.
But that wasn't edition in the theaters before the.
No.
But I don't like, and then in episode 5, where the Emperor was animated to look like he was like Palpatine back in the day. I didn't like that either. They should have kept it. They should have kept it the way it was.
See, they got to. Oh, do you hear that? Should have kept it the way it was. I think I agree. I don't think they should have messed with it at all and clean it up. Sure, I mean even Star Trek right now. They're doing the Next Generation revamp for Blu-ray, all 7 seasons of that. And what they're doing is they're not adding little comedy sketches or frickin' new characters to tie in plot holes. What they're doing is just cleaning up the special effects. And had that all they done, it would have been great. I think.
I like the.
It's a trap.
General Akbar. I do like the. They show the Imperial Palace.
How many different editions are there? Do you think on DVD? Just DVD. Because I'm looking at the top Google result here.
Right.
You got the widescreen limited edition, the special edition, the edition before the special edition, but after the limited edition. I mean, how many different editions are there?
All right, now you see this. This is the special edition, limited edition, Return of the Jedi, and that's not. That's
it's
not
in
what
bilingual.
Yeah. Only one left in stock. You don't have.
How much is it?
I don't.
$79.99.
Oh, sure. What I'm trying to see is
101 facts about the Star Wars movies.
Okay, there you go.
That's a cool rendering.
It's a trap. So you get, and I don't know what that's supposed to be. Darth Vader and General Akbar together or what? But let's see. What I'm trying to say is they show the Imperial Palace in the Return of the Jedi after the after the Death Star gets blown up for the second time. That wasn't in the first film either, so you didn't see an entire celebration. You know.
Oh yeah.
Let's see here. I'm trying to get here. I don't think this is going to be on there.
Just keep with us, folks.
I don't think it's going to.
We're looking for.
I don't think it's going to be
information here.
I don't think it's going to be on here. That like I said, he's talking. He's
still
talking about a 2-minute, not even a 30-second part of the film about the frog. I mean,
but that's just okay. Perhaps the frog thing was in the theatrical release. I could be very wrong on that, but I'm still saying all the add-on shit, all that crap just annoys the piss out of me because it takes me out of the movie. It doesn't look right against the remastered film. It takes me out.
Why? It's only 30 seconds.
I'm not talking about the frog. I'm talking about all the crap that got added in. Even the hangar scene. Sure, it fills in that plot gap about who Jabba is and why Solo is going to take them to where they need to be, but at the same time, it just doesn't look right.
Okay, I do see this. Han Solo grabs Princess Leia's breast in the middle of the Battle of Endor. He was perhaps checking she was still wearing this.
Oh yeah. That came out year ago.
I don't.
It was all over the place where there was pictures of him grabbing her.
I don't remember that, but okay. Maybe I was turning a blind eye, you know. But so anyway, yeah. So
I still feel that it's just too much shit was added that was not needed to be added at all. It takes me out of the film. But like I said, I understand why he felt he had to do it, but he could have done it in a hell of a lot better way. Because, you know, I understand. How are you going to sell the same damn movie on, from VHS to DVD to Blu-ray? How are you going to sell it to the same people? Well, you're going to add something. Okay, revamp the special effects for DVD. Then revamp them way over the top for the Blu-ray, where you get, more resolution. Don't need to add extra little critters here and there. Stormtroopers riding. Okay, when Luke meets the abominable snowman, sure, that's kind of cool. But all the other crap, not necessary. The guy's sense of humor sucks. We all saw that in Phantom Menace with Jar Jar Binks.
Right.
I mean, why the hell did that thing have to be added? And I don't know. I did not think there was any reason to have to add this other shit to it. It just drove me nuts. But it always took me out of the movie. You place a high-res CGI character on a remastered low-res, because you can't create more out of less. But you can create less out of more.
Would you feel the same way if these scenes that you're talking about were in the original theatrical release? Would you say the movies were worse or better if they had these actual scenes in the original theatrical release?
Well, of course not, because I wouldn't know any better.
So it's not the scenes that you go back and say, well, the scenes threw me off. The scenes threw me off.
No, it's the visuals of the scenes that threw me off.
You
Placing the damn CGI on top of an old 77 movie, then they toss in all this CGI bullshit that's not even fucking necessary to the film.
Here's another point.
Why would you put a stormtrooper riding a giant brontosaurus thing?
Because they could. I want another.
But why the fuck do you have to add this to it? It doesn't make any We're peeking and my daughter's staring.
I want a poll question in here. I want to know, did it throw you off?
It didn't so much throw me off as it didn't. It took me out of the fucking film because he added this stupid shit to it that was not even close to being necessary. There's no reason to have this shit in there. None. Besides putting new things in to make more money by selling it on a new medium. Oh, my head.
But you could be right. It could be just as a money-making
But no,
ploy.
okay, I will agree with you, Adrian, that yes. Okay, that scene in the hangar with Jabba and Han Solo, okay, sure, add it in. Do it fucking better. Make it cleaner. Make it look more seamless. It just did not work for me because the visual of it took me out of the movie. It didn't look right.
I may have been
sometimes when they do CGI characters, they don't move correctly. You ever watched how their skin and everything does not move right?
Okay, but you didn't know this until I told you this. In episode 3, the great Christopher Lee passed away before the ending of episode 3 was done,
right,
when he was Count Dooku.
Right.
That was CGI.
Yep.
He was dead before they could finish that filming.
Right.
And it did look a little animated, but it wasn't to the point where it was so
It wasn't
horrible.
the frickin' Matrix in the sky fight scene.
Yes.
Rubber Man.
Or the Blade 2, where the lights come on and it's the vampire and Blade, and that was god-awful.
And once again, rubber.
Yeah, exactly. But that was okay. So what you're saying is, if they're going to do this, make it look like it was in the original film.
Exactly.
Make it
It won't
low-res.
take me out. But don't add all the other bullshit critters, stormtroopers riding them. It makes no sense. It was great the way it was originally. There was no reason to fuck with it.
Oh, man.
A New Hope is my goddamn childhood, and he fucking raped me. He took Star Wars from me. Now he took Indiana Jones. I have a problem with Lucas.
It's very obvious you got a problem with Lucas. Okay, all right. Okay, hold on. Now, all right. Okay, let's backtrack here. He's now stepping away from the mic. He's going to take some Advil here because his head is just pounding. Okay, I will agree with him on this point that the Return of the Jedi, that stupid band scene was horrible. They could have kept that out of it. They could have kept that out.
But that is just a point on this guy's sense of humor sucks. He shouldn't be allowed to write shit like that.
Oh, now you think he's a terrible writer. He is great. Those movies were great. You can't tell me those theatrical releases were not great.
The movies are great. No fucking story.
What do you mean, no story? Now we're gonna get on. We are totally going off.
Star Trek has a great storyline. I'm just messing with them now. No, yes, Star Wars, great films. The first trilogy.
Live long and prosper. Oh my God! You're telling me there's no story. This story was great.
I just backtracked and went, I'm just messing with you. My. Yes, I agree that Star Wars, the original trilogy on theatrical release, is great.
You know, this is going to segue.
I honestly, I'm going to put something out there. I have not made it through all three of the 1, 2, and 3. I've watched all three of them, but I've never watched any of them to the end.
We are going to segue, because now there are 6 movies in the Star Wars franchise. There will be 9. We're going to segue and just see who thinks...
J.J. Abrams, right?
Yes, he is directing the new episode 7, 8, and 9. We are going to segue into this. Now that there's going to be 9 films, what's better, Star Trek or Star Wars?
Well, I'll wait until Star Trek, of course.
I'm not watching episodes 7, 8, and 9.
Even after I told him, Carrie Fisher, Mark Hamill, and, oh my God, Indiana Jones are going to be in it.
They're all 80 years old. It's going to be terrible.
Christopher Lloyd? No.
Christopher...
1.21 gigawatts!
140!
I can't remember. Harrison Ford. Holy hell.
He called him Indiana Jones, ladies and gentlemen. Right here on Star Wars Day, May 4th, 2012. I am here to... 2014.
See, he doesn't even know what year it is, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, how can you agree with me when I was 2 years ago? 2014, May 4th, Star Wars Day. I am on record as saying I will not watch episode 7, 8, and 9.
I'll watch them, but probably not to the end like the other 3.
Did George Lucas do the original episode 1, 2, and 3?
Yeah.
He did direct those?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where the hell else do you think Jar Jar Binks came from?
Okay, let's not talk. Okay, no, we don't need to talk about episode 1, 2, and 3. We all know those were a major disappointment in the Star Wars franchise.
It was a long way to go to, hey, that's how he became Darth.
Yes, it was. They could have made that in one film.
I think they very easily could have. I mean, you spent hours in a flowery patch. It was almost like watching fucking Twilight for a while.
It was awful. It was awful. I
gotta pick up my microphone. Some of the scenes where, okay, now we're gonna get off of it.
This has really gotten Kelly steamed right now. I have never seen him this steamed before. The only time I've ever seen him steamed this bad is when we were talking about how bad J.J. Abrams is going to screw up the Star Wars and how bad the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull was.
Oh my God! That fucking abortion! Jesus Christ!
He could have.
Lucas! He rubbed his sweaty old man balls all over that.
My God!
I am so sick of this dude just destroying things I love.
You would have thought that Steven Spielberg would have gone, hey, Lucas, I don't think we should go that route.
I think Lucas reached into his coffers, pulled out this huge money sack, and went, Steven, why don't you shut up?
Yeah, but Steven...
Take a back seat.
Steven doesn't need it.
He may not need it, but Lucas, I'm sure, has a hell of a lot more money than he does. But he's probably got more pull, too, with this production company. Because that's who did the last one, was Lucas Productions.
Well, he did all of them. Yeah,
but after the last freaking Star Wars movie, his production company
Well,
went through the freaking roof.
Okay.
I mean, he's got a major recording studio where a lot of movies get recorded there at Skywalker Ranch.
Yes, it does. LXT, I think it's called. That Luke,
Lucas.
Skywalker Ranch in California, I believe.
Yep.
Okay, so we're going off the track here, though. I'm just saying that, in my opinion, I did like most of the special scenes in it. I'm not saying it's better.
They are special, but not in a good way.
I liked them. I thought they were good.
And you know what? You're allowed to have your fucking stupid opinion about these movies. I'm joking. But yeah, if that's how you feel, good. Because, I mean, movies are meant to be enjoyed by who's watching them, not by the populace.
And he thinks the populace is the theatrical releases were better. Is that what I'm getting at?
In my opinion, they were.
We want to take a poll question. We want you to go to our Facebook page, go to our Twitter.
All right, he's wrong.
Go to our Twitter page. Put your vote in. What did you think was better, the original theatrical release?
I'm going to make a hashtag.
Okay.
May the 4th theatrical release better, or something like that. I'm going to make a hashtag.
I think that's too long of a hashtag.
How about what should we do for a hashtag? We should do hashtag Kelly's right, Adrian's wrong.
No, that's still too long.
Kelly's
hashtag
right.
Adrian's right, Kelly's wrong. I think
no,
that's
too
ring to
no. How about hashtag theatrical versus special?
There you go. That's what. Yes, do that.
I'm going to do a hashtag theatrical versus special.
Yes, and we want you to we want to know, what did you think was better, the theatrical release
or
the special edition?
Edition.
The special.
edition.
No, you just can't go poo on mine. I don't go theatrical. Blah, boring. I just go theatrical release or the special edition release.
Theatrical release.
You know, we're just gonna go with that.
My mom's the only subscriber to this podcast, so she's going to agree with me.
Well, she does say I do a good job.
Speaking of which, folks, come on.
We've been doing this now for about 2 months, and get on there, listen to our podcast, and subscribe to us. We're going to be here every week doing scratching the underbelly, and every so often
we're going to throw one of these little.
We're going to throw these special episodes in there. Especially, we can't say special edition; you'll poo-poo it.
I don't like the word special. No, what we'll do is every once in a while, Adrian and I will get into an argument about some stupid movie, but it's usually a mainstream movie. So we're going to take it to the forum of the podcast, where then we can throw it out to the audience and see what they think.
We're going to make you judge, jury, and executioner of our arguments, and you are going to decide once and for all who's right and who is wrong.
And it's always going to be Kelly. All right, for movie
whoa.
I couldn't even outro fast enough for him to go, whoa.
There is no way.
All right, how about we get on the subject of why Star Trek's better than Star Wars? For Movie Obscura, this is Kelly.
I'm Adrian.
We out.